This is where we're going to bring in premiership star from the Brisbane Lions AFLW team in Sophie Conway. You've got the...
No, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
This is obviously extremely close to your heart, Sophie, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I've been, obviously been by my mum's side since she first got diagnosed. And, I've since she passed away in 2017. So, it's really, really close to me. And, I'm really proud to, be a part of the BCNA as an ambassador. So, yeah.
So, Sophie, it was a 4-year battle your mum fought bravely for, and you were there right through it with her?
Yeah. First diagnosed in, 2012. And, it was a long year, that whole year. But, fought through and got out on the other side. And, unfortunately, in 2016, she then got diagnosed with brain cancer. And, as sad as it is, unfortunately, it was a bit of, reality that it was only a bit of a matter of time in the end. So, obviously, sadly lost my mum in, 2017, just before I got drafted to the Lions as well. So, a bit of a roller coaster year that was, that's for sure.
Hey, Sophie, congratulations and thanks for being so honest. It must be difficult to do, to talk like this and keep yourself together. I'm not sure I could do what you're doing, and it must be tough.
Yeah, no doubt. I think for me, it's just trying to, I guess, if I can help any families out there, whether it's my age, people younger or older, whoever it may be. My biggest thing was just talking it out and just trying to lean on as many people as I could. And, I'm very fortunate in the position I'm in, been in the AFL system. There's plenty of people around me. So, it is definitely hard, but, haven't been the only one who've gone through it. I've got, the Berry brothers at the Lions, Oscar Baker at the Melbourne Football Club as well. So, there's people who are in a similar boat to me that we just lean on. So, yeah.
And I mean, you're really tight with your mum, obviously, and it must be hard to go through all these great things like winning a premiership and that development of you as a player and as a person, and not be able to share that with her.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most challenging part. So much achievement for me happened within months after Mum passed away, and obviously just to, I guess, recently just win the premiership. You just wish your mum was there just to see what you've achieved. So it's probably the hardest part, but I've got a really good support network from, my dad and my two older brothers. So, as tough it is that mum's not there in person. I know she's, looking from above and I know she's really proud of me. So, yeah.
Sophie, I'm sure she's watching and incredibly proud. And I tuned in and watched that grand final. I thought it was an extraordinary game. You guys played so well. It was a brilliant contest to watch. And, I mean, it's a grand final. It's something you'll take with you forever, wherever you go. I mean, the celebrations were everything we thought they'd be. And, gee, that little girl in the forward pocket, wasn't she a little dynamo? Sorry, I've forgotten her name straight up. She kicked one of the most awesome, instinctive goals. There she is on screen. Yeah, wasn't she incredible? What a game of footy.
Yeah, it was unreal. Being in a grand final. I mean, I was in the 2018 grand final when we played Dogs at Icon. And, to experience both emotions, I tell you what, you always want to be on the winning side, that's for sure, because that day, wow, it's a moment I will never forget. It's a moment I'll cherish forever. And, you just, once you feel it once, you just want to continue to feel it. So,
any tattoos? Yeah. Any tattoos to report?
I've actually got one in line in a couple of weeks, to be honest. Not that my mum would probably be too impressed, but I think it's much deserved. You only win them, every so often. So you got to in the end, I reckon.
And what happens between seasons for you guys at the moment in terms of getting ready for next year? I know the draft's coming up, so how's it looking ahead for next year?
Yeah, it's I find the off season probably the most hardest because you got to do a lot of the prep work leading into pre-season on your own. But we've got a really good group in terms of our staff and players. to get around each other and get us through the off-season phase. So, we're really excited about, September 1. I think we've been able to, build a really good group in the last couple of years. And, it's sad to see a few players leave, but it opens up the doors for, younger people coming through or mature ages. So, I'm excited about pre-season.
Finally, before we let you go, what's your one message for people? What would you instruct them to do? What is your one message for them out there?
I think, if my biggest thing was, I made my mum go get checked. My mum was a nurse. She knew the answer herself. But, if you're reluctant or nervous to find out the result at the end of the day, just go get tested, go get checked, because, there's plenty of, resources out there at the moment to get you through to the other side. So, it might be confronting, but, there's a lot of people around you to get to the end.
Well, Sophie, as Derm said, it's fantastic that you're doing what you're doing. Obviously, very passionate about it. It's been the difference that everyone in the footy community can make. We saw, obviously, with Neil Danaher and Fight MND, and this is a real landmark night again. You've got the guys have got all the gear here, and it's going to look great tonight. It's obviously different, and as we've talked about it supports Australian women and men with breast cancer, celebrates those who survived, and remembered those who have lost their lives to the disease. We can't be at the MCG, but you can certainly help virtually. So $25. It's tax deductible. Go to pinkladymatch.com.au. Thanks for your time today, Sophie. Good luck again for next season.
Thanks, boys, for having me. Cheers.
Sophie Conway joining us from the Brisbane Lions, premiership player.
Great girl.
And sharing her story.